Hey everybody, this is Stanky with my very first narrated Wi-Fi battle, and today I face a good friend named Anthony who I work with, and we battle with our own little set, which is just standard rules, except you can bring in one Uber, and yeah, which I forget to bring one, but oh well. And alright, so he leads off the battle by sending out Fable, and so I think that's cool, and I do the same thing. And then he sets up some stealth rocks, and I set up some stealth rocks, so good for both of us, I guess. And then he'll go to a cosmic power, and, well, I set up cosmic power too, so I'm thinking this isn't going to help any of us, we're not going to go anywhere, so I send out Shaman. And then he goes for another cosmic power on the switch, and so I do an absolute noob move and set up leak seeds on him, even though he has magic guard, and that's retarded. And he gets a flamethrower on me, which knocks me down to less than half health, but I get some leftovers, so that's nice. But I don't want to take a chance, so I send out bedwetter, and then once again he gets another cosmic power on the switch, and that kind of scares me. But for some reason he's scared by bedwetter, so he gets him out of there and uses fart plop here. So I set up a substitute on the fart plop, and I get a wish because I'm trying to pass it over to my Charizard because I have no spinners right now because I didn't bring my Blastoise. And he will use an earthquake and take out my substitute, so I have no choice but to just baton pass, and I go to Shaman just to get the wish support. And he misses on the toxic, which wouldn't have really mattered because Shaman has an actual cure. So I get the wish and I get most of my health back, and I switch back into bedwetter. And he yawns on the switch, so I'm pretty sure he's not carrying Ice Beam, so it's okay to go back into Shaman. And he goes for an Earthquake, which isn't very effective against Shaman, and my Shaman is the defensive bulky type, which is awesome. And so he takes back his Fart Plop and sends in his Tinkerhell Clefable again. And so, I did the little grass knot on the switch there, and didn't do very much, and so I sent in Star Child because I'm expecting the Flamethrower and get it, and since my Star Child is a big special defense guy, he takes that Flamethrower like a master. And then on the switch I use a Cosmic Power, just trying to see what he's going to do, and he goes into his Famine. Luckily for me, I know everything about this Famine, because I've played with the Battle Tower on him before, and I know it's a sleep-talking guy who is annoying. So I set out my Shaman, who's physically defensive, as I said, and I set up a Leak Seed on him, which is pretty awesome, and then he goes for a Crunch and drops my defense, which makes me really, really sad, because, come on, it's my Shaman. And so after leftovers and Leak Seed, I managed to get back up to above half health, and then switch back into my Vaporeon, and he goes into a Body Slam, and knocks me down really low, which, this thing is annoying. So I get my Leak Seed and my leftovers recovery again, and I go for a wish. And another noob move coming up, because on his Body Slam he gets the Parahacks. And for some reason, in the time it takes for me to get that last move in the Parahacks on me, I seem to forget about the Parahacks, and I go for a Baton Pass. And well, he Body Slams me again, and I die, because he gets to go first because I was paralyzed. No wish for me. So I send out my Charizard, saying, screw it, I'll take it, and he's scared off by it and goes back into his Quagsire. And I go for a Focus Blast and actually hit it on his switch there, which is really good for me, and that takes him down low, and then I go for another Focus Blast, because I'm faster than he is, and it kills his Fart Plop, which makes me really, really happy, because Caliente is awesome. So he sends out his Gold Bond Steelix, and he said he had a plan for this. I didn't know if he was just trying to scare me or not, so I used Flamethrower and managed to get rid of him, which is very big because that's huge. And then comes this, and I'm freaking out, and he goes for an extreme speed, but it doesn't kill me. It's not EV trained, so that's good. And so I go for a Flamethrower, and it takes out more than half of his health. I go for a Flamethrower again, and that will kill it. And the critical hit doesn't matter, because it was doing more than half anyway. So on his Famine, I go for another Focus Blast, which is nice. I hit again, but it doesn't do enough, and it goes to sleep. And I know what's coming. He's a sleep talker. He's annoying as hell. So I take out Caliente, gonna use him for death fodder later with the stone setup, and go into Shaman. Then he goes for a body slam, which gets me down into the red, and that's very bad. So I go for a rest of my own and get all my health back, which is very nice to have. And he goes for a sleep talk again and gets a crunch, which doesn't do that much to me. So I'm excited. And so I switch him out and go into my T-Tar. And he's afraid of that, so he'll go into a speed demon, which is again mega, and take the stealth rock damage. And so I'm going to go for a crunch just to kill this thing off, but he goes for a U-turn and does a lot of damage to me. So yeah, that sucks. But it goes back into his Clefable. I get the crunch on that, which does a significant amount of damage, and then yeah, no sandstorm damage to him, which sucks. That makes me sad. So I go for a rock polish right here instead of just to try to go for a sweep for the rest of the match, and then he goes for a cosmic power to set up his defense, which is fine by me. Then as I go for a stealth, or I go for an earthquake first to try to kill him off, which would be great, but it doesn't. And he goes for a moonlight, which doesn't heal him up too much because of the sandstorm, which only does a quarter, I think, even less than that it looked like. So that's good for me. And then he takes back out and he goes to the speed demon to see what I do. And I was gonna go for the Stone Edge, but yeah, nobody there. So I'll take that free leftover recovery. And then in comes Famine, and I know this is just got to get rid of this guy. And it's just a stalwart that he wakes up and body slams me. I'm hoping no para hacks, which he doesn't get, luckily. And I'm like, I just crit. Please crit on my earthquake, because I didn't want to miss a stone reg. But he goes back to sleep because he's lame. Yes. So Sandstorm's helping me a little bit. I decided to stay in with T-Tar here and go for the Stone Edge kill. And yeah, it's really not helping, but there's my crit, and he was sad. So he goes for a sleep talk and gets rest, which is another good thing for me. And then he's low enough where I think I can kill him off with an earthquake to be sure. But I think, I go for a Stone Edge and he switches into his Clefable. And that will kill off Clefable, which is great for me, because now all I got left is that Snorlax I can worry about. And I still got all my guys except one. And with the Stone Edge, I go for Earthquake, and I kill it. Great game, Anthony. And, yeah, so awesome. I will see you all later.